All right, cool. Well, first I'll show you the deck. I changed it up a little bit. Don't need to talk about it too much, but then I'll go over the tournament report quickly. First thing, still have the Ghost Trick Engine of 3 Marys. Oh gosh, this is terribly organized, but that's okay. And then you got Kage Tokage. Still kept those in at 3. Still 3 Nikitama. Still 3 Aratama. Still 3 Veiler. Still 2 Chaos Sorcerer. Still 2 Caius. The thing is, I actually changed it to 2 Jingnashi. I just kind of hate drawing this card so much. I'd rather marry it out, and because I'd rather normal summon an Aratama, which is why I ended up adding a duality. And there's still only 2 Jack Frost. Actually, I did a Photon Thrasher because it's light, which is really cool with Nikitama. It's kind of functions as a Kage Tokage, but less dead on its own, and it's light. And it's functional without combos, so which is kind of cool. And you can make a Starleash Polydynamo. Still a BLS, and a Kinkaboo, and a Dark Dust. Pretty much same. Again, 3 MST still. 2 of these, and I did actually add in 2 dualities, because I'd really like to see Aratama sooner. Games that I resolve, the faster I resolve Aratama, the faster I win a game, typically. Like sometimes the Ghost Trick stuff just isn't enough to kind of do a lot of damage, and it's kind of slow, and it's not necessarily good against Fire Fist, which is, I think, one of the deck's worst matchups, I guess. Everything's honestly a bad matchup. Then the Lure, speech of the deck. And a Lance, I only own 1. I may think of playing 2, but I kind of don't like 3 MSTs and 1 Lance. And then I also kept 3 Geki Breaks, but added in a Torrential Tribute, just for more defense. It's kind of cool. On the extra deck, still 2 Dual Hands, still 2 Sharks, still Downard. Let's go. All these still the same. You know, pretty standard rank 4s, and I still play. I took out the Owl card. Well, I took out the Owl card for Polydynamo because you can make it with Thrasher and Nikitama, and you still get to draw a card when you reduce their attack to 0. And then when Polynamo dies, you get to draw cards, just drawing cards left and right. Then a Diamond Dyer and an M7. I went into M7 twice yesterday. Extra deck, 3 Maximum Cs, 3 DNA Surgeries was awfully good against Illusions. 2 Mind Crush. I don't know how I feel about this card because I don't know. I always debate whether siding against Fire Fist, and I do, and then it always seems like a bad idea. Because Fire Fist really only has 7 monsters that are a threat, but then once you kill those 7 monsters, you kind of win. But early game is not that great against them. 2 Fairy Winds, which was kind of good against Spellbooks, just to make Tower Mistiming and kill a Fiendish Chain at the same time, which is pretty cool. 2 Overworks, 2 Royal Decrees, and a Mind Drain. Or sorry, Soul Drain. No, let's actually get onto the tournament report so you can see my cute face and stuff. So it wasn't an OTS, it was just a Battle City tournament, which basically means the winner gets a cool Ojama mat. Place gets a token, which made me a little sad. But I'll go through matches one by one, talk about the day in general. First match of the day I played, oh gosh, I'm blanking. What did I play? Oh yeah, I played Sylvan Plants, which is a really cool deck. I actually hated Sylvan Plants, then Kelly Locke kind of talked about them enough, and I still hated them. And then I played against them, and I thought they were the coolest things in the world, especially with that new little Sprout guy, the one that when it gets activated, you special summon level 1 from the deck, copy Plants level 1, so that makes that deck actually really interesting. Barely beat him game 3 just because he pressed for a lot of damage with a lot of monsters. There was a lot of special summoning that happened. My Max Cs were effective, but I had to draw into something good. Round 2, I played against freaking... I hate this deck, Hero Beat. It's so bad without Stratos. Like, why would you bother wasting your time playing it? But, getting Skill Drain off turn 1, literally all 3 games was pretty good, so there's that. I ended up winning, but I got smoked in game 1 just because I didn't... Normal summon Aratama, and he's like, Skill Drain. I'm like, okay, all of my cards are dead until I draw an MST, which I didn't. Games 2 and 3 went by really painfully. Like, I had to keep I decided in all the hate. Royal Decree, he kept in MSTs and stuff like that, so Royal Decree wasn't that great. Round 3, I played against Vylons, which actually I didn't know that was a deck. Like, I thought all the cards were so bad you couldn't actually put together a deck. Then I looked at all the cards and like, wait, this stuff is really good. He should have beat me games 1 and 2. Like he had, there's this combo thing where you basically at the cost of like 3 cards, you get 3 monsters and just kill your opponent. And summon the big level 10 guy, but he didn't. Like he says he's been playing violence for a while. I thought he could have played a little bit better, but what do I know? I don't know the deck very well. It just seems like he should have been able to kill me. Jack Frost is really good, by the way, because it doesn't target. Round 4, I played against the stupid 3-axis deck. I actually almost lost. He actually would have. I think he would have beat me, but I don't really know exactly what happened. I was at 5,700, and he said attack for game, and I was about to scoop up my cards, and then I counted all the stuff up. I'm like, that's 56, and he counted it like 6 times. I was like, it's like I'm a math major, believe me. It was 56, so I didn't die, and that was game 3. I mean, top decking Rekindling after Rekindling is really annoying, no matter how many Veilers I have. Round 5, I played stupid +1 Fire Fists. He literally just, game 1, he opened 2 Fiendish Chain and 2 Veiler. And so literally every time I did anything, he opened 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Veiler, and a Tinky, and a Warning, I think. Game 2 was pretty similar, so I got crushed. Round 6, I ended up playing Spellbooks and just 2-0'd them because, no offense to my opponent, he should have beat me, but he didn't know what he was doing. So, yeah. And then in top 8, played Mermail's first round. Then in top 4, tells you how that went. Top 4, I played against Infernities, and I actually kind of forgot how to play against Infernities because I was like, wow, I'm just gonna win because I killed 2 of his Archfiends, 1 Necromancer, and a Call of the Haunted. And in my mind, I was like, there's nothing he can top deck to win. And then I forgot that Launcher was a card. I forgot they had 2 more Necromancers, that he had 2 more Call of the Haunted, and then I also forgot that he had Eris and Armageddon Knight to tutor Eris to get Archfiend's Roar and Archfiend's Roar itself. Literally, he's like, I shouldn't have. I mean, he actually kind of got a little unlucky. Like he had like 24 cards, no, like 26 cards left in deck or something, and I think he had like 12 things he could have drawn. And over the course of 4 counting the 1 card in hand, he had a total of 4 cards, meaning that one and the next 3 draw phases that did him nothing. It was like Trapstone, Fiendish Chain, MST, and like Foolish Burial. Not Foolish Burial. I don't remember. But kind of worked out in my favor, so that was cool. And then in the finals, I get to play that stupid Firefist guy again. That I didn't tell you actually what happened in round 5. He had 1 card in his hand during game 2, because actually game 2 was a little bit better. We both got on a low resource situation. He had 1 card in his hand. He summoned card. He was like effect, and just put it in his graveyard, and then drew 2 cards. And then I was like, wait, no, I have a Veiler. So he brought out card, and I Veilered it. And he's like, okay, and he just didn't do anything with it. And then I drew, and then when it was his turn, I was like, wait, how many cards do you have in his hand? And after he drew, he had 4. And I was like, really, you have 4? And he was like, yeah, why? And I was like, something seems off about this. And then after the game was over, I was like, wait, you drew 2 from freaking card after I Veilered it, because he just normal summoned card and then put it in the graveyard immediately. But when I Veilered it, he drew 2 cards, and then he didn't put the 2 cards back after we redid the card thing. So that was kind of annoying. Game 1 of the finals, by the way, there were 51 people at this tournament, if that means anything. Game 1 of the finals, I just played really well. And he was like, oh, I didn't draw anything good when he opened like Wolfbark and Bear. He didn't open a Tanky, so he was complaining that he opened really poorly. And I'm like, I'm sorry you didn't open a Tanky, but you opened really good cards. Game 2, he opened very well, and then Game 3, he opened even better. So it's just like Game 3, I opened like Mary, like Lance, double Jack Frost, and I'm like, and he opens Tinky Wolfbark, and I'm like, and you win. So that was fun. It was really frustrating because it was like 1 in the morning when I lost, and so I get this stupid token. Okay, it's actually a really sweet token because it's a holographic Dracossack token. Sorry if this is low quality to see. There we go. In my living room right now, but yeah, it was really cool. I don't know what changes I'm going to make to the deck right now. I kind of want to take out Akage to Akage for another Photon Thrasher, because a lot of times, not saying that Maxi is good against me, but people side in Maxi against me, and so it's like, might as well make their Maxi slightly more dead with a Photon Thrasher instead of Akage to Akage. It's not like I need enough. It's not like I have too many darks or anything. So, it's not like I'm stretching for darks, so if anything, sometimes I don't have lights for BLS. Like, oftentimes, if I have BLS and Chaos Sorcerer, I have to go into my BLS first, so if I know he has, like, a Torrential face down, so then I can still summon my Chaos Sorcerer afterwards to have a light in the graveyard. But, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I will update you guys on the Spirit deck. You can check out D Zeef's channel as well, Doug Ziggity Zag Swag Zeef. He plays spirits as well. We play pretty different versions of them, but anyway, just let us know. Bye.